If your avocado has these dark spots, don't throw it away. Health aura. Know it right. Live it light. Have you ever stood in front of the fridge, craving something healthy but satisfying, something that wouldn't ruin your appetite for dinner, yet could calm that stubborn afternoon hunger? We've all been there. And while most people might reach for a quick fix, you pause. Because you're not just hungry, you're choosing health. Maybe you grab a handful of blueberries, feeling proud of your decision. That sweet burst of antioxidants gives you a mini victory. But here's a question that might surprise you. What if there's a food even more powerful than blueberries? One that not only satisfies, but also fuels your body on a whole new level. Enter the avocado. Yes, that creamy green fruit isn't just trendy. It's a true nutritional powerhouse. Loaded with healthy fats, fiber, vitamins, and minerals, it supports heart health, brain function, skin glow, and so much more. When eaten the right way, it can become your best health companion. So next time you're hungry, don't just eat, nourish, because your body deserves the best. 1. The secret role of avocados. Unlocking the true power of your healthy foods. Imagine this. You've made a commitment to eat healthy. You fill your plate with vibrant fruits like blueberries, small, powerful, bursting with antioxidants. You feel proud, certain you're feeding your body what it needs. But here's a quiet truth that few people ever realize. What you eat is only half the story. The other half? How your body uses it. Not all foods are created equal, and even the healthiest options don't work in isolation. That's where avocados enter, not just as another healthy food, but as a biological amplifier. While blueberries offer you antioxidants like anthocyanins, vitamins C and K, and plant compounds that fight inflammation, many of these nutrients are fat-soluble. This means they need dietary fat to be properly absorbed and put to use by your body. Now think about avocado, not just its creamy texture or satisfying taste, but its rich composition of monounsaturated fats, fiber, and key vitamins like E, K, and B6. When paired with fruits like blueberries, avocados become a delivery system for health. They help unlock the full potential of the nutrients on your plate, turning a good meal into a great one. You're no longer just eating for energy. You're eating for transformation. This subtle partnership between foods isn't just clever nutrition. It's essential for vibrant aging, radiant health, and deeper cellular healing. This content is essential to be universal in the nursing home and the clinic. Whether you're caring for an aging parent or supporting your own longevity, knowing how to combine foods like avocados and blueberries could change everything. 2. Avocados. The silent multiplier of every meal's power. You've heard of superfoods. You've even eaten them. Berries, greens, seeds. But have you ever wondered why, despite your healthy choices, your energy still dips or your skin still dulls? What if the problem isn't what you're eating, but how your body is using it? let's pull back the curtain on a secret many never learn. Nutrients need the right conditions to work. And some of the most vital ones, like vitamins A, D, E, and K, can't even enter your bloodstream without fat. Not just any fat, but the right kind. This is where avocados step onto the stage, not as a garnish, but as the quiet hero of true nourishment. Their creamy richness isn't just delicious, it's functional. Avocados contain heart-loving monounsaturated fats, which act like a nutritional gateway, allowing your body to absorb and use the vitamins and antioxidants from other foods. Add them to a bowl of blueberries or leafy greens, and you're not just eating, you're optimizing. You're transforming every bite into a deeper, more healing experience. And if you're watching carbs, don't worry. Avocados are low in net carbs and incredibly satiating, making them perfect for keto, low-carb, and balanced diets alike. This content is essential to be universal in the nursing home and the clinic. Whether you're supporting longevity, managing chronic conditions, or simply aging well, the avocado deserves more than a spot on your plate. It deserves the spotlight. Read the fiber secret. Inside every avocado, nature's dual gift to your gut. Let's take a moment to go deeper, beyond the trendy avocado toast and social media recipes, and explore something more vital, your gut. Your digestive system is not just a food processor. It's the center of immunity, energy, and emotional stability. And one of the most overlooked keys to its well-being? Fiber. Not the kind that just keeps things moving. Real fiber, especially the kind found in avocados, works like a silent architect, rebuilding balance from the inside out. Avocados are one of nature's rare gifts, containing both types of fiber your body craves, soluble and insoluble. Why does this matter? Soluble fiber turns into a gentle gel inside your digestive tract. It slows down digestion, helps regulate blood sugar, and feeds the good bacteria in your gut. Insoluble fiber, on the other hand, acts like a natural broom, sweeping through your intestines, promoting regularity, and preventing constipation. When these two work together, they don't just support digestion. They create a foundation for metabolic harmony, mood stability, and disease prevention. Most people eat fiber passively, without knowing its true power. But those who understand, those who eat with purpose, know that avocados aren't just delicious. They're digestive medicine. This content is essential to be universal in the nursing home and the clinic, where digestive health often determines quality of life. So, whether you're nurturing a child, caring for an elder, or investing in your own longevity, remember, the journey to better health begins in your gut. And it just might begin with an avocado. Avocados and the truth about the brown spot. Uncovering the beauty beneath the surface. Have you ever hesitated, just for a moment, when slicing open an avocado, only to find a brownish layer beneath its skin? That split second of disappointment, maybe even disgust, is something most of us have felt. And just like that, we toss it in the trash, convinced it's no longer good. But what if I told you that what you see as a flaw is actually harmless, and that throwing it away might mean discarding something your body truly needs? Let's slow down and reframe what we think we know. Avocados are more than just delicious. Beyond the creamy texture and satisfying taste, they offer something deeply protective: phytonutrients, powerful plant-based compounds that work silently to guard your body against inflammation, illness, and even premature aging. These compounds support your immune system like a shield, keeping your inner systems alert and strong. And here's the part most people don't know. Many of these phytonutrients are still present even when the fruit begins to oxidize. That brown layer isn't rot. It's a natural result of exposure to oxygen. The same process that causes apples to darken after slicing happens in avocados too. It's not spoilage. It's science. The brown color forms from melanin. Yes, the very pigment that colors our hair and skin. Unless there's an unpleasant odor or mold, that avocado is still nutritious, still safe, and still worth eating. If the look bothers you, don't throw it out. Transform it. A simple stir to blend the brown with the green, or a splash of lemon juice to reduce future oxidation. And your avocado becomes whole again, ready to nourish you fully. This content is essential to be universal in the nursing home and the clinic. Why? Because proper nutrition is not only about what we eat, but also what we choose not to waste. In a world where malnutrition often coexists with abundance, knowing how to use food wisely is a skill that empowers caregivers, elders, and families alike. So next time you spot that familiar brown patch, take a breath. Know the truth, and enjoy every bite of what could still be your body's best ally. 5. The true cost of waste. Why every bite of avocado matters more than you think. Pause for a moment and imagine this. You slice open a ripe avocado, notice a little brown spot, and instinctively scrape it off or toss it. Seems harmless, right? But what if that simple act hides a much deeper impact, one that touches not just your kitchen, but the environment, farmers, and even fragile global systems? Avocados are often treated like a casual snack, but the truth is, they are one of the most resource-intensive fruits in the world. To grow just one avocado, it takes around 50 liters of water. That's enough to fill an entire sink. And this precious water comes from regions already battling drought, such as California, Chile, and Mexico, places where sustainable farming isn't just ideal, it's essential for survival. But water is just one piece of the puzzle. Avocados must be harvested at exactly the right moment, transported in climate-controlled conditions, and often ripened using artificial methods to align with consumer expectations. Behind every creamy bite lies a chain of labor, logistics, and land. And behind that, sometimes, darker realities. In certain parts of Mexico, the global avocado craze has triggered violent exploitation, where small farmers face pressure and extortion, giving rise to the chilling term blood avocados. When we carelessly discard part of an avocado because it's slightly brown, we're not just wasting food. We're ignoring the cost of its journey. We're undervaluing lives, water, effort, and land. This content is essential to be universal in the nursing home and the clinic, where every nutrient and every resource counts. Whether you're caring for others or nurturing yourself, honoring your food starts with awareness, and that starts now. Your haggis. The truth about brown fibers in avocados. Don't throw them away yet. We've all been there. You finally get your hands on a perfectly ripe avocado. You slice it open with anticipation, only to find dark brown fibers running through the flesh. Your first thought? Yuck, it's gone bad. But what if that's not true at all? What if those streaks aren't a sign of spoilage, but rather a misunderstood reaction that doesn't affect the fruit's safety or even its nutrition? Let's take a deeper look, because understanding this one simple truth could save you money, reduce food waste, and change how you view one of the most nutrient-rich foods on your plate. Those dark fibers or streaks are often mistaken for rot or mold, but they're nothing of the sort. They're the result of a natural, harmless process called vascular leaching. Avocados, like all fruits, have internal vascular channels, tiny highways that transport water and nutrients while the fruit grows. These channels are essential for the avocado's development, and under the right conditions, they function perfectly without leaving any mark. But when an avocado is exposed to very cold temperatures, whether during shipping, storage, or even in your fridge before it's ripe, those vascular structures may change. What's happening here is more science than spoilage. When avocados face sudden cold or impact stress, enzymes within the fruit get activated. These enzymes interact with the avocado's healthy fats, leading to the formation of compounds known as carboxylic acids, which have a naturally darker, brownish color. These acids are not toxic. They're not harmful. They're simply a visual change, a cosmetic response to the fruit adapting to stress. In most cases, these dark fibers are concentrated near the seed or the parts of the avocado that have been most exposed. If they bother you, it's perfectly fine to scoop them out. But know this: the rest of the avocado is just as nutritious and safe to eat as ever. In fact, unless there's an unusual smell or clear signs of mold or spoilage, the presence of brown fibers alone is no reason to discard the fruit. You might wonder, does it still taste the same? The answer depends on your sensitivity. Some people report a slightly bitter flavor in areas with high fiber concentration, while others don't notice any difference, especially when the avocado is used in recipes like guacamole, smoothies, sandwiches, or dressings. When mixed with herbs, citrus, or other vibrant ingredients, that tiny bitterness often fades into the background. More importantly, what would you be throwing away if you let appearances deceive you? Avocados are one of the most nutrient-dense foods available. They're rich in monounsaturated fats, which support heart health. They contain vitamin K for blood clotting, folate for brain function, and potassium, even more than bananas, for healthy blood pressure. Avocados are also one of the rare fruits to offer both soluble and insoluble fiber, crucial for digestion, blood sugar control, and gut health. Every bite matters, especially when that bite contains so much potential to heal and strengthen your body from within. And beyond nutrition, let's talk about value. Avocados aren't cheap. They require enormous resources to grow, especially water. In fact, it takes about 50 liters of water to produce just one avocado. Now multiply that by millions. Add in the cost of transport, temperature regulation, harvesting labor, and packaging. And remember, in regions like Mexico and Chile, avocado farming isn't always a peaceful business. Small farmers in some areas have been extorted or threatened over avocado profits, giving rise to the chilling phrase, blood avocados. This is not just a fruit. It's a global commodity with environmental, economic, and ethical implications. So yes, when you casually scrape off a brown fiber or toss half an avocado in the trash because it doesn't look perfect, you're not just wasting food. You're disregarding the story behind that food. The water, the land, the people, the energy. Every part of that avocado took effort to reach your hands. What can you do? Start by storing your avocados properly. Keep them at room temperature until fully ripe. Only then, if needed, transfer them to the fridge to extend shelf life. Avoid dropping or bruising them, as physical impact can accelerate discoloration. And when you open one, don't panic if it doesn't look pristine. Remember the science. Trust the process. Use your senses, your nose, your touch, your taste, not just your eyes. Let's shift the mindset from pretty food to purposeful eating. A little imperfection is natural. It's human. It's real. And in the case of avocados, it's often completely safe. This content is essential to be universal in the nursing home and the clinic, because knowing how to protect and appreciate nutrition is a life skill, not just a culinary one. For the elderly, for caregivers, for families, and for future generations, learning to honor the full value of our food is part of preserving both health and dignity. So, if you've made it to the end of this guide, you're now one of the few who see beyond the surface. You know more, you understand better, and that gives you power. The power to waste less, eat smarter, and live more consciously. If this helped you see avocados in a new light, or helped you reduce food waste even a little, please like, share, and spread this message with others who care. And if you're still here reading, drop the word avocado in the comments so I know you're part of this movement.